Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Bryce Young first started in the NFL. Some tough lessons to learn. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. So before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This is a great way to support the channel. Not only are you supporting the channel, but you're getting even more Quarterback School content. So if you dig the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the Quarterback School Patreon community, usually long form videos over there trying to recreate what it's like in an NFL quarterback room. So lots of truth, lots of details, nuance about the quarterback position, offensive philosophy, schemes, defensive structure, pressure, coverages, all those types of things. If that sounds like your jam, you'll love the Quarterback School Patreon community. Link is in the video description. Hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Bryce Young, Carolina Panthers, welcome to the NFL. Interception, tight end, safety coming across the field, split field coverage, making a play because Bryce Young is staring down his receiver. Now, I know there's some good safety play in the SEC, but not quite like this every week. Stare it down 1 to 2, a little late to number 2, and that is a wrap, y'all. That is learning on the job. So what is the play here? What I'm used to calling just a little like 5-yard in. A lot of people call this a fin. So that's usually the first read. The second read paired with it is usually either an out or an in. Right here, they make it an in. Okay, so normally the read is just 1, put it on him. 2 right there. Usually I prefer the check down on this play to be right here to kind of create like a triangle. I think they end up running like a little check wide. No good options if you don't like the bottom of the screen. So for me here, this is a little tight. He might undercut it. I understand why you'd want to come back here. The reason it gets picked though is because this safety up here, we're playing split field coverage. Clean this up. We're playing split field coverage. So 2 safeties. He just stares at this side the entire time. So his eyes at the top of the drop are over here the whole time. So this safety is able to just creep, and then he makes a nice play on the ball and takes it. So I mean, it's a well done play from the back end from the Atlanta Falcons. You know, pay your safeties, have them make plays. Good on you. But Bryce Young, we can't be staring down guys like that and just be kind of a tick late. Also, I think if you watch this thing, it looks like he hesitates a little bit to the 2. It's not there. So 1, no, 2, and there it is. And it's a nice play. I mean, you can see it's going to be there. Potentially, if you got there just a tick quicker, right there, wrap it around 44. But man, that's a nice play from the safety. And Bryce Young, just one of those ones you got to bank, you got to learn from. We can't see happen again. Next one here, 2nd and 10. To me, this is a miss down here to the bottom to the number 3. I'm going to try not to get into the Panthers fans' feelings with 19, but he certainly slows himself open there. And then we kind of put the ball in harm's way here as we kind of get out of structure and create. So first off, just what we're looking at. I think what we're looking at is there. Then the outcome of going to create puts the ball in harm's way. You know, that's a throw I think he can make and makes most of the time. For whatever reason, doesn't right here. It's behind him. Unfortunate that's not a pick. So concept-wise, to me, this is just drive and an option down here to the bottom. So what is normally, we'll call it shallow with the in. Yeah, a lot of teams run that combination. You pair that with what sure looks like a choice or option just by, now he's not going that fast. But to me, he wins. And if we're looking over here, reading this choice 1, the ball has to go there. Just throw it. It's 2nd and long, get half back. The other thing to pay attention to here for me is as this thing extends here, the tight end, I would love to see carve this back a little bit, as opposed to kind of falling off here and maybe letting the DB type undercut us. So first, let's watch the number 3, 19 to the bottom. Again, you be the judge of the tempo and the speed. Regardless, to me, it's there. He's looking at it. You got to throw it, dog. That's open. Throw it. Throw it, throw it, throw it. Now, maybe he can't see it, but I mean, you know, you want me to draw a straight line? I can see him looking right at 19. 19 is open. Throw it. So a bit of a turn down. And again, you can see the angle with that the in runner down here at the bottom on the 36. See him drifting up the field. So for me, I want to keep that flat, almost anti-interception angle. Again, looking at it from the left, I mean, can't see 19. You can see his feet barely on the left there. To me, 9's looking right at him. We got to throw it. Just take the profit. Third medium, a lot easier. Next one here, 3rd and 10. Not a lot of great options. I don't think there's anywhere to necessarily go with the ball unless you have like a miracle play there, seeing Thielen down the field late with the mailbox. I put this thing on here because I thought we'd honestly see a little bit more of this from Bryce Young. Just the creative element, the elusiveness to go make a play, the little flick right here. You know, that's what I think he does and brings to the table. It just didn't feel like it was everywhere in the game. So when I'm talking about maybe potentially seeing Thielen right here, the number 3, you see him throw up his mailbox right there. Well, his eyes are down. Like they're looking at the 7 stop, the crosser, the back. He doesn't see that mailbox down the field. The sweet irony of the fast guy blowing the top off the top of it. And I got to keep the comments to myself. Regardless, I wanted to see a little bit more of the playmaker Bryce Young, a little bit kind of like letting the reins go a little bit. I think it naturally comes out. That's when he plays at his best, and that's just a little flavor of it. This is a really nice rep for Bryce Young here, working the in at the bottom. To me, this is probably reading Thielen no on the choice first. Double covered. Yes, back to the in or the basic. Big first down. So watch him go kind of right to left here. So no to the right. Double covered. Yes to the in. Right on him. On the body on the break. Nice design here. Again, I don't think there's really anything 19 can do here. This to me is getting double covered. So when we allow this thing to kind of come out and run our little choice right here, he's really got 2 defenders. And it doesn't really matter who they are kind of squeezing him. And so that's not there. So what I love is Bryce Young doesn't panic, doesn't bail. He just is able to come out here and read the rest of the play, put it right on this in. If that in wasn't there, one of these guys is running on the shallow back the other way, so you get just this high-low drive concept. So reading this thing is kind of 1, no, 2, yes. Simple 1 to 2, although he's able to operate, throw it from within the hashes, work the middle of the field. Nice 3rd down completion up top. See the double team on 19? There it is, squeezed. Back to the in, keeps his base, puts it right on him. That's an outstanding rep. Again, just play this thing full speed for yourself up here. We're going to read the number 3 up top. No, in, yes, boom. Right there on him, really nice job. Again, I like seeing guys be able to go through reads on 3rd down, fight through the muddy, tough, exotic looks. No, yes, boom, on him. Next one here, a really nice rep on 3rd and 8. To me, this is drive out. So drive up top, out to the slot to the bottom is the number 1. Put it on him. Anticipation, accuracy, outstanding. This is a really common play concept married together. I think I have a full video on this concept. Bryce Young does a great job here of throwing with accuracy, anticipation. Again, 3rd and medium, tough route. I think you could maybe play this play a little bit better up top with the drive basic. But just kind of the guts of this thing is we're going to go, here's that out. So often called zebra out in the West Coast world. As the zebra is the 3rd wide receiver. This is going to be a must outside release go. Occasionally throw it if you love the matchup. So this is kind of the alert, and this is the 1 usually. And then with that, you have paired this drive basic. So eventually he'll be here, and we will run this kind of shallow across. So man, you keep running. Zone, you can settle up. And then up top, you have what's often called a basic or an in, a basic in. Now, the thing about this, the little part that I think could be cleaner with how they do this is we're a little late with the motion. So the motion kind of gets too far. It allows these DB types to switch this off and play kind of a funky game. And we don't get a rub. Oftentimes, you'd want the basic runner to rub or pick whoever he thinks has that shallow, that drive concept. So as he comes across here, you go to school on the motion, who's running with him, who's got that drive, and go get a pick for him. So as he becomes the number 2, if the out isn't there. So just watch kind of the mechanics of what happens up top with how they sort this out coverage-wise. The timing is just not there. Little details of hitting that with speed, and then we're able to be right in his hip, and it's not going to be a good route. As opposed to imagine the number 2 up top picking whoever's got that drive. So you could see it'd be a good option. Regardless, check the anticipation out. Once you let it go, right there he's separated. You can see the receiver, the slot to the bottom is not out of the out yet. That is capital A, Anticipation, accuracy, boom, right up on him. Outstanding. Really nice conversion. I think Bryce Young does this as well as anyone I can ever remember coming into the league as far as the anticipation. Put it right where he wants. Nice. Next one here, really nice design. I think of this play as often called why oh shit. It's normally and can be classified as a screen. I really like how they get to it here. I think they do kind of an added flavor to it with the back. So watch the back essentially fake and then runs it clear for the shit screen. And the reason it's called oh shit screen is just because you want those linebacker types saying, oh shit, when you run this thing. So normally normally it's just like a normal boot kind of idea where you come out here, we're going to boot away from it or roll away from it. And then you set up, let the tight end kind of block, and then he just kind of leaks out into the shallow. The other play that's often run on this is called leak, where you come in here, block, run the shallow, and then kind of turn up the wheel. Okay, but for this play, I think the added wrinkle that I like is that the back kind of operates as a clear. So you fake to him, and then he keeps going. So if there is someone kind of hanging out over here that would take away that oh shit screen coming back the other way, he's going to run with the back. So you get kind of this clear out, and then that allows the kind of oh shit element of it to come wide open. So just a nice little added feature, really nice little wrinkle in the plan, added element to a really kind of NFL staple play. You can see the linebacker type pick up the back. So just watch that back. He goes, they run with him, and then we replace right where that defender was. So if the back wasn't there, it wouldn't be the play. So the back kind of clears it out, flushes it out for the next guy. Fake it, go to the right, tight end, wide open. Again, scheming people open. Love to see it, especially for young Qs. Next one here, touchdown pass, little RPO, first level RPO. Get it to the flat with a little stick pairing, kind of rub outside. Really nice job, everything except to throw the ball into the stands. We're going to read 93 as a conflict defender. He makes it easy. First level RPO. Again, just really nice job taking advantage of Bryce Young's skill set. So what is this play? This play is we are going to read number 93, the C-gap player. And that's the guy we're watching. If he can tackle the back, we are then going to pull it. We've got the opportunity. So there's the back. We've got the opportunity to potentially run this thing. Or what we end up doing, which is probably better than running, is getting it into the flat here. Now, it's not just into the flat. It's also the number one up top here running like a little pick or rub. So once he comes up and kind of sets this stick pivot spot, it's really up to the second level defender. What does he do? If he bubbles over at all, this is going to be a touchdown. So once he bubbles over, it's a wrap. So just kind of watch this thing unfold. First, watch number 93 just to get the conflict defender read. See him squeeze down. Once he comes down, he's going to tackle the back. We're going to pull it. And then up top, you can see the safety try to bubble over on the tight end. Once he bubbles over the number one, it's a wrap. That's too much space. And Bryce Young's got the ability to kind of turn to here. Doesn't have to have his feet lined up. Really nice throw. Outstanding job, kind of off-platform flick. Just young guys have played these RPOs so many times in their life. It's a really nice job. Super accurate touchdown. Next one here, Bryce Young making a good decision and going getting some on his own. So you're going to have to do this as a young guy in the league. It's going to be muddy. They've got you with a good coverage versus that look, and he's got the ability to go get this. These kinds of easy first downs where you're able to kind of save yourself, help yourself by being able to go get it yourself, not make a bad decision. Nothing's there, and he does have the ability to go get it himself. He's always looking to throw first, but if they're going to give him that kind of first down, that easy chunk, go get it. So what is this play? This play looks like they're trying to get 19 here on like a little pop pass. So we're pulling the guard. We've got the split flow action. We're coming downhill with the fake. Looks like we're trying to pop this thing almost like pop pass-ish with these linebacker types hopefully coming down. If that's not there, it looks like we're trying to work like an in behind it. Okay, so just kind of like a 1-2 there. Well, when they do that, the safety on the other side is kind of rotating down. He's kind of in that window as well. We've got tight coverage on the in. I think it's going to not be there as well. So he just says, hey, I can go get it myself. They cover the back on a check down. I think this is an example of a really good, clean decision. So no, go. They give you that whole side, make a good decision, go get an easy first down. Get a nice little chunk. Again, easy chunks like this are so hard to come by. And if you've got the skill set to be able to take advantage of, hey, they covered everything down the field. Don't force it. Go get an easy one. I love it. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me personally, so thank you for doing that. We also have the Quarterback School Patreon community. You know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content over there. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are by far the most in-depth premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on a lot of my favorite football subjects. RPOs, tempos, pass protection, how to beat every coverage is the best-selling course. We even have an entire offensive system available over there. So hop over there, check out the courses, and enroll. The links are in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available, also linked in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, 3rd and 10. This is a frustrating one because the slot, the number 2 to the bottom, this should be a first down. We just run the route too short. So this is kind of like football 201, really football 101 at the league level. Whatever these route depths are, we've got to make sure that if we are running them at the sticks, that if we catch the ball, it has to be a first down. So if this is 3rd and 10, and where's the ball? 3rd and 10, the ball is on the what? 33-ish, maybe? And we've got a 10-yard route where you're what? 1.5, 2 yards off the ball. So your 10-yard route is going to be right here. Well, the first down is where? The first down is 10 yards from where the ball was. So if you've got a 10-yard route, and I'm just assuming it's a 10-yard route, who knows what it is, 9, 12, you've got to be able to push past the sticks so that when you come back to this ball and catch it, it's a first down. There's no point in this. It's just, it's one of those things, we can't have happen. It shows a lack of detail, a lack of understanding ball. Because it's there. Bryce Young does everything he can. It's good pass pro. He certainly has enough time to work more depth. He just doesn't. So either it's a scheme deficiency or a wide receiver awareness deficiency. Because that should be a first down. You get a completion on 3rd and 10 for 9 yards and don't get a first down. To me, that shows a lack of understanding. Go get the depth you want. And maybe, does he throw a perfect ball? It's a bit of a sinker maybe. But man, that's certainly good enough for a first down. We can't get into 4th down there. Another interception here. This one on 3rd and 6. Middle field player is just going to snake this backside in. It's a hell of a play from the safety. I will tell you that for me, this play has a little bit of Darren Sharper vibes, not like creeper vibes like everyone gets nowadays, but more of what I think of like guesser vibes from the safety position. You'll make crazy interceptions, but then you'll be kind of exposed occasionally as well. So for me here, this is a play where it sure looks like Bryce Young does a lot right. So for me, it looks like his eyes are looking over here, and then he doesn't like it. He's then thinking, oh, I'm going to come back here and rip this backside in, and it probably should be there. It's going to be middle field closed. He's going to be getting out of there. Theoretically, I think this is there's nothing that says that this should be taken away from a middle field safety. Well, when that safety decides he's just going to essentially guess, maybe go rogue might be a term, he's just going to hang here. Now, if that's their defense, that's their structure, we're getting out coached, which is another question. Maybe it is. I'm going to guess he's just going rogue, and he makes a hell of a play, and you tip your hat and you try to learn from it. But I think if we had to do this again, whichever one of these guys is running deep here with a one-on-one, you probably got to throw it. Now, theoretically, he should be out over the top of that to give some help. But if he's not, if he's just hanging here, look for the next couple of weeks. Falcons defense, the guys are going to try to take shots down the field because we're definitely guessing on the back end. Could he throw that ball up top to whatever that route is by the number 1? Yes. It's 3rd and medium. You probably don't want to. We got some other guys that, look like they're getting covered pretty easily. I won't name names or numbers, but you be the judge. But could he throw that ball up top to what looks like a clear post that should not be there with middle field closed? Yeah. But that's because the safety's guessing. So again, I totally understand what Bryce Young is doing here. That play should be there in my mind. It's not. It's not an excuse to just blindly rip it. But I think there's no expectation that a middle field safety is going to take this kind of intermediate in, especially when the last time he was staring at it. This time he's looking left. Looking left, no. Comes back right. I mean, that's there 99% of the time, 95% of the time. That safety's not getting any depth. So if that safety, if you can see the top of his feet up top, that middle field player who gets that kind of depth, we got to have somebody in the booth telling us next time, hey, we got to go expose that middle field player. They're not getting any sort of depth. This next one is a tough one on a few different levels for me. So the first, where the ball ends up going up top, to me, the wide receiver quits. So he thinks he's not going to get the ball after he gets collision. Bryce Young throws it, and now the ball looks like it's overthrown. Well, in reality, it's probably a perfect throw if you don't quit on it. So that's the first part. It's just learning to play through it. Now, the other part, and probably the more disturbing part, if that's possible, is whatever the antics are down here by 19 at the bottom. Okay, I get it. You're going to be open sometimes and not get the ball. To throw little hissy fits like this, I'm telling you, it's not going to work on film. I don't care if it's a rookie QB or not. Okay, so whatever this is, and then the flailing your arms around like a child, it's not for me on film. And we're going to talk about it in a team meeting situation. The next part here, where the ball ends up going, it looks like it's maybe a double move, maybe just a 9. He gets collisioned by that corner. And then as he comes out of it, he essentially stops. And then he's like, oh no, he threw it to me. I got to go. Okay, so let's pick your poison here. We'll start with the bottom just to watch the antics. Okay, so don't come at me sideways with your feelings. Okay. I'm open. I'm going to throw it. I'm open. I'm going to throw it. Fuck you, bro. Put your hands down. Just run your route. Go get your Gatorade. Okay, the next part, up top. Gets collisioned, stops. We throw it. Oh, shit. Now it's late. Now we're late. I think if he keeps running, it's probably a touchdown. You be the judge how much he stops up top after the collision. Boom. Stop. Oh, no, he threw it. It's overthrown by a few yards. We can't stop. So, Bryce Young, could he throw it to the left? I don't know what the read is. It sure looks like he's looking left. For whatever reason, he doesn't. Maybe he's been watching the film, wants to play buddy ball like I would too, probably. So, no. Back to the right. He sees his opportunity, finally gets an opportunity to throw it down the field. The wide receiver quits. And guess what? The ball is just a few yards in front of him. Probably right in stride if he doesn't quit. Next one here. This is probably my most disappointing throw of the day. Take away the interceptions. Post at the bottom. Catch one-on-one. Perfect call with what I'm going to call as stubby as a coverage. You got him, and you just overthrow it. You throw a foul ball. And we were a little far on a lot of these throws. Down the field, I think some of them were explained. Some of these balls, I expect Bryce Young to make this throw more often than not. So for me, what am I talking about when I say stubby beater? I'm talking about this coverage down here, to me, is one-on-one right here. So press man. He's got him, what a lot of people would call Meg. Okay, Meg, man, everywhere he goes at corner. Okay, and then inside on the 3 receiver side, so the 3 eligibles, 1, 2, 3. These defenders are essentially coning this or playing brackets. Those 3 right here, and literally it's not called cone, so don't come at me sideways with the call, but that's how I used to think about it offensively. Have those 2. So 3 over 2, and then one-on-one. We'll find the one-on-one. If you can take a post, let's take a post. That is outstanding. It's the perfect call. Big opportunity for a 99-yard touchdown. Everything you want except the hookup at the end. And maybe he grabs him a little bit, but that ball is well overthrown, in my opinion. So just missed opportunity. That's the difference. You see Tua hit his big opportunity. We see Bryce Young maybe not be able to hook up his big opportunity. Next one, 3rd and 10. Another opportunity here where we just don't have any separation down the field. We can't hold up pass pro wise, sack. So it's difficult to play quarterback like this. And I know I'm going to harp on this damn near every time I watch Bryce Young play quarterback this year with what the group he's got out there right now. But asking some of these guys to win one-on-ones versus kind of man is going to be tough. So down here at the bottom of the screen, this is a one-on-one. We've got an opportunity to go get a first down right here. Boom. Covered up, not there. The next one, you think this is a great opportunity for like a little crosser here. Look at all that space. Is this the guy that I would want running away from people? Probably not. Furthermore, does this guy illegally grab him down the field? Yes. Okay, it can be both. Because this is so slow and kind of muddies the picture here We then don't allow the in on the backside to open up, and the shallow is never going to get there. So it's all bad. Okay, so play this thing out at the bottom. Would you throw it to the number 1 down here to the bottom? He's getting jacked at the line of scrimmage. No, I'm off of it. Up top, the number 3, running the crosser. I mean, take your sweet ass time, but he's also getting held. You know, for my money, that number 3 has to win there. You can't get grabbed. I don't know. Yeah, man, it's just not for me. Okay, that's the nicest way I can put it. No, sack. So it's hard to put, you know, that certainly doesn't look like it's on Bryce Young. He takes a sack. He takes a hell of a hit here. Looks like his head hits the ground pretty hard as well. Boom, Jesus. Protect yourself. But man, I mean, I just don't know exactly what the answers are to create space for these guys on the perimeter with the group they have out there right now. And just because I like to provide evidence here on this channel, we're going to talk about what I'm talking about with the speed of some of these perimeter guys. Now, this is a first down completion to the slot at the bottom, but it's probably not the intent of the play. So the intent of the play is most likely a double move to the right. Bryce Young, it's not there. It's taking forever. So he comes off of it and throws an out late to the sideline. Well, the reason it's not there is because it takes forever. The speed of this thing is bananas. So up, we're going to pretend like we're running an in because they've already picked off a bunch of them, and we're going to take this thing. Now, that would be there for sure. It's a great, what I'm going to call some element of split field coverage, most likely bracket beater. It's awesome. But it can't be so slow that as we run up and run out of it and go to the next part of the move, the ball is already out on the sideline to an out. Come on, dog. And this guy not a world beater either, speed-wise. So, I mean, what are we doing? I get the concept. I don't get the personnel decision to do the concept. Look at the double move by the number 3. It's going to score. But the fucking ball is out of his hand to the out. The ball is out of his hand to the out. So I love the fact that we're trying to hit him with that bracket beater up top by the number 3 with the double move. It's there. But you can't slow motion it in and out and think you're going to get it. It's just, it doesn't make sense to me. And so as I fight through the personnel choices of some of these, Bryce Young, I think, that plays that thing exactly how you want. I mean, look at him. He's trying to get it to work to the right. Go, bro. Go, 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 go. Damn, I guess I'm off of it. Out, sideline. Rough. Last one here, 3rd and 5. If I'm going to be rough on 19, I'll give him his flowers when he makes some nice catches as well. Tight, condensed space. I think this is what he does. If I'm being honest, a little short post or option or choice. Nice job from 9 here, putting it right on 19. Not a lot of space. You know, it's violent in there in the middle of the field. Put it on him. First down. Whew. Hopefully he can pop up. My goodness. Not sure how many shots anybody can take like that. So concept for me, what this is, whether this is true short post or option or choice. So for me, short post is out and in, kind of like a wide receiver Texas. It's usually paired with what I'm going to say are iterations of clears. So whether it's a shallow or a corner, it really doesn't matter what it is. It's these two getting out of the way for what then turns into this short post from the number 3. So we're out and we're back in. So you got to be able to put it right on him before any iteration of like a safety collision here. So out in, put it right on him, and it's a big collision. See Bryce Young play this play quickly. On him. First down, big collision. Again, like the timing of it, outstanding rhythm from 9, good base, good decision, put it on him, but that's a big shot. So again, you're going to have to throw into tight contested windows like this and acknowledging the fact that 19 makes a nice play here. This is a nice catch. Get us a first down. But man, we're going to have to get creative with how we get these first downs. Boom. So that is a wrap. Bryce Young, first NFL game. Some tough learning lessons in there. I think the interceptions, the first interception looked like he stared him down. The second interception, I thought the safety was guessing, and hopefully another team down the line will probably go after that type of guessing, in my opinion. But overall, I thought there were some nice plays. I thought there were more probably missed opportunities than nice plays. I think when you couple that and compound it with what I'm going to say nicely is a lack of separation on the perimeter, I think it potentially could be tough for the Panthers. You know, I love when they get into kind of that RPO scheme where Bryce Young can use some elements of his accuracy, his off platform, his different arm angles. You couple that with maybe a little bit more creativity in the drop back game to give him some opportunities to throw with anticipation and accuracy, and then hopefully encourage him to show some of those flashes of being a playmaker, of whether it's a little flick or a little off-platform thing or go create, because that element of it just alleviates so much pressure of having to stay in structure all the time, especially when you're in the structure, feels like they're hanging on every single throw. Everything is a tight, contested throw. So we'll see. It might be tough for the Panthers on the perimeter. We'll see how it shakes out. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.